The Moss family has been good looking for many generations. People admire them because of their beauty, which helps them make money. Otis, the oldest son, is an internet influencer with millions of followers because of his looks. He is also a love guru who helps men impress girls they like. The father, Pakar, used to be a heartbreaker who dated more than 1,200 girls before meeting their mother. The mother has masculine features and a mustache, which makes her look handsome too. Kulin, the youngest son, is the most attractive of them all. The family enjoys their life as good-looking people, but Kulin struggles to live normally because of his extreme handsomeness. He wishes he was only mildly attractive so he could go out without being chased by crowds of women. Girls go crazy, faint, pull their hair, and get nosebleeds when they see his face. Because of this, Kulin has never had real interactions with girls. He avoids going out in public and has been homeschooled until now. Kulin has no friends except his pet fish. He plays cards with it and talks to it out loud. His family watches him through a camera because they worry about him. They want him to have a normal teenage life and try to help him. Otis often shows him pictures of girls, trying to set him up with someone. But Kulin says he likes girls who don't like him. He wants people to see his personality and interests, not just his face. When nothing works to get Kulin to go outside, the family makes a new plan. They pretend to have money problems to make him feel guilty about being homeschooled. One night when Kulin gets up for water, his parents act worried about money. They say dramatically that they will only eat scrambled eggs for breakfast until they can afford his homeschooling.
Papa udah gagal.
Kulin feels bad for causing his parents trouble. The next morning, he says he will go to school next semester. The family is happy until he says he will only go to an all-boys school. They would prefer him to talk to girls, but they are happy with this first step. On Kulin's first day of school, his brother Otis drops him off on his bike. Kulin keeps his helmet on, planning to wear it all day to hide his handsome face. But the helmet gets him more attention than he wanted. He sits quietly in the last seat, but the class bully Sidi and his friends notice him. When the teacher comes in, she is surprised to see a student wearing a helmet. She tells him to take it off right away. Kulin slowly removes the helmet, showing his face. In the next scene, the teacher is being put in an ambulance. She had a nosebleed and couldn't breathe because of Kulin's beauty. The other students complain to the principal that the new student is too handsome to handle. Kulin runs through the hallway to go home but is tripped by one of the bullies. They take him to the school storeroom and introduce themselves like they are Power Rangers. They are called the Tig Attack, 3 bullies led by Sidi, the principal's son. After their dramatic introduction, they say they need Kulin's help to ask a girl to prom. The group has been in their senior year for the past 3 years. They won't graduate until Sidi goes to prom with the most beautiful girl at BBM school, Amanda. But she only accepts requests from handsome men, so they want Kulin to deliver the invitation. They assign a nice boy named Kibo to help Kulin. Afterward, Kulin goes to the principal's office with Kibo to complain about the bullying. Kibo knows what will happen but still goes with him. The principal is troubled because his son won't graduate. Since Kulin's beauty gives his son a chance to take Amanda to prom, the principal wants them to do whatever the bullies say. That evening, Kulin and Kibo decide to complete the task the next day and get it over with. Kibo is the first person who has been kind to Kulin without caring about his looks. Although the day didn't go as planned, Kulin is happy to have made a friend. The next morning, they go to BBM school where the girls can smell when boys are nearby. They have strict rules about not letting ugly boys enter the school. When they see Kulin wearing a helmet, everyone asks him to take it off. In a dramatic scene, Kulin removes the helmet, and chaos breaks out among the girls. A few hours later, the news is on television. Videos of girls crying, having nosebleeds, acting possessed, and jumping around are being shared on social media. Kulin becomes known as the too handsome to handle guy. Amanda, the hottest student at BBM school and a model, hears the news and immediately likes Kulin. He is the first boy who matches her in beauty and status. She decides to try to impress him. When the news gets bigger, a crowd of girls gathers in front of the Moss house. The family starts charging them money for tours. Kulin, hiding in the streets, sees his family on the news. He feels betrayed and used by his own family. When they call him, he refuses to come home and feels even sadder when his pet fish is mishandled and killed by the tourists. Kulin hides on a building roof, avoiding the crazy people chasing him in the streets. Suddenly, a girl appears behind him and asks if he is going to jump. Kulin is shocked because she doesn't get a nosebleed or faint when she sees him. The girl doesn't say anything more and simply walks away. Kulin is so nervous he can barely speak. The meeting makes his day much better. Later, he calls Kibo, who picks him up and invites him to stay at his home. Kibo and his grandmother welcome Kulin to stay as long as he wants. In Kibo's room, Kulin sees 2 rare collectible playing cards and is amazed. They realize they share many interests, and playing card collection is one of them. The next day, they visit the girls' school to look for the girl from yesterday. While there, they meet Amanda and give her Sidi's prom invitation files. Amanda pretends not to be impressed by Kulin's beauty, but after he leaves, her nose bleeds a lot. Kulin sees his crush on the stairs, but the other girls around him don't let him meet her. For the next few days, Kibo and Kulin do everything together and become best friends. One afternoon, Kibo takes Kulin to play futsal, where he often meets his crush, Rear. After the game, Kulin notices the girl from the roof working at a nearby shop. He stares at her. Then Kibo arrives and introduces Rear to him. Kulin discovers she is also Kibo's crush who he was talking about earlier. The two seem very close, which makes Kulin jealous. He can hardly sleep that night because the feeling is new and confusing. Kulin remembers Okus is a love guru and arranges a meeting with him. When they meet the next morning, Okus cries tears of happiness. He had been waiting to give his brother advice about girls. Kulin has forgiven his family for selling him out to his fans because if that hadn't happened, he would never have met Rear. The brothers go shopping for groceries while Okus lists things Kulin should do to impress his crush. As Kulin follows Okus's suggestions, he realizes he doesn't know Rear as well as Kibo does. But he still doesn't want to give up on his first love. One afternoon, Amanda comes to the boys' school and gives Kulin an invitation to her birthday. She also gives him a phone as a gift. Later that day, Kibo, Kulin, and Rear go to karaoke. Eventually, Rear and Kulin sing together. While Kulin is excited to sing with her, Rear only focuses on Kibo. Kulin soon realizes that she also likes Kibo back. This makes him very jealous. When Kibo isn't around, Kulin directly asks Rear if she has a crush on him. At first, Rear denies it, but when Kulin lies about Kibo being in love with Amanda, her face drops. Her expression confirms his suspicions. After returning home, Kulin calls Amanda and asks for a favor. She happily agrees to do anything he says. The next day, several people gather at the venue to celebrate her birthday. When Kulin and Kibo arrive, Amanda welcomes them. Strangely, she seems more interested in Kibo than in Kulin. She even pulls him aside to talk privately. At the same time, Rear arrives at the party and sees Amanda kissing Kibo. Heartbroken, she runs outside. Taking advantage of her vulnerability, Kulin tells Rear about his feelings for her. Rear thanks him but says she never saw him as more than a friend. Even after plotting against his only best friend, Kulin gets nothing in return. The bullies also see Amanda kissing Kibo and become very angry and jealous. They beat up Kibo while Kulin watches from nearby, too scared to help. Later, Kulin brings Kibo home and treats his wounds with his grandmother. Only after seeing him in pain does Kulin realize he has made a huge mistake. The next day, Kibo gives him a legendary card from his collection that Kulin had wanted for a long time. Feeling guilty, Kulin confesses everything wrong he has done. Kibo is shocked and hurt by the betrayal. He says he would have left Rear if he knew Kulin liked her too. These words only make Kulin feel worse. Finally, Kibo tells him to get out of the house immediately. Knowing he is wrong, Kulin simply leaves. Kulin finally returns home after a month. His family is very happy to see him, but Kulin is not. He locks himself in his room and doesn't talk to anyone. Most of all, he misses his best friend. The two see each other sometimes but never share more than a glance. At home, Kulin's mother worries about him. She approaches him one night and gives him his pet fish that never actually died. She also tells him he can go back to being homeschooled if that's what he wants. The family only wants his happiness and will do anything for it. Touched by her words, Kulin realizes he has people in his life who are rooting for his success. This motivates him to fix things with Kibo. The next morning, he runs to Rear and tells her everything. Then, he goes to Kibo and tries to apologize. Although Kibo dismisses him at first, when asked about Rear, he starts describing how much he loves her. Kulin shows him that Rear was listening to him on the phone the entire time.
Maksud lo ketawa gue aneh apaan?
This way, he mends their relationship and goes back to being friends with both of them. A few days later, they all go to prom together. Kibo's date is Rear, while Kulin's date is Amanda. As expected, Kulin and Amanda win the titles of prom king and queen. Kulin hears a girl comment that he is only mildly handsome and is immediately attracted to her, suggesting the start of a new relationship.